From Wendy's point of view, I think she starts out just really in love with her boyfriend, really excited about life, goes to this amusement park, gets on this ride that all of her friends and her boyfriend are really excited to go on, but she feels sort of trepidatious about the whole thing. She's just has this fear inside of her that she doesn't really know where it's coming from, but she can't shake it. And she ends up getting on the ride because she doesn't want to be a wimp, and she doesn't want to let her friends down because they're all so excited about it. And basically she has this really vivid premonition that everyone's going to die on the ride. It's going to crash, the cars are going to go flying off, people are going to be dying in these brutal, horrific ways, and she sees this all in her mind, and it basically drives her insane, and she completely freaks out and insists on getting off the ride and tries to get as many people off with her as possible. And she succeeds in getting a few people off, but not everyone, and those people that stayed on the ride do end up dying on the ride because her premonition comes completely true. Well, Wendy has this digital camera, and she's taking around with her everywhere at the amusement park. She's taking pictures of everyone for the yearbook. And later on, after the roller coaster deaths and after a few of the other deaths that also happen in the script, she starts going through these pictures and realizing that the characters who have died, her friends in the film who have died, their pictures that she took the night of the roller coaster seem to have clues about how they would die later on. And so she sort of gets this feeling sort of similar to the premonition that she had on the ride every time she looks at these pictures, like there's something being told to her through these pictures. So she goes to Kevin, who's played by Ryan Merriman, and sort of tries to get him in on this feeling that she's having, and makes him involved in the journey to figure it all out. I'm definitely not used to doing stunts very much in films. I mean, I've done little things here and there, but usually the stunt double has done the brunt of the work and everything else that I've done. So, and this, definitely my stunt double has a lot to do, and I'm, really impressed with the things they're able to do, but I'm also involved in a lot more than I expected to be, and it's been so much fun just to be out there and be physically challenged a little bit. It really adds a whole different dimension to filming and playing a character. The most challenging stunt would probably have been, it's also the most recent one, so it's on my mind, but just the other day doing green screen, we had the roller coaster cars upside down in the air, and basically Ryan and I were both harnessed, hanging upside down, and we're supposed to be falling out of the roller coaster, and we're screaming and crying because we're falling to our deaths, basically, and we're trying to hold ourselves in. And so basically they let the harnesses go just enough so that it would look like we were really holding our own weight, and it really felt like we were, so we're both in there just dying. Like, I'm holding on to the harness upside down and trying to keep myself in with my legs and my knees, and I just got so bruised up, and I was sore after hours of doing that because I'm just holding on myself with my arms and just terrified that I was gonna fall. So it was fun though. Once it was all over, I was glad I did it, but the first take was pretty harrowing. The splooge is pretty gross, but it's also pretty funny, just the sort of ridiculousness of it, having bananas and strawberries thrown at you, so it's a challenge to really just stay in the moment and not think about fake blood being tossed right in your face, because the reality of it is that you're watching someone die in the most horrific possible way. So afterwards, it's pretty hilarious to look in the mirror and see yourself covered in like this disgusting slime, but in the moment we just try to stay in it.